So in the morning, we are able to download the Angular CLI, which is a tool helps us to create Angular project and manage the Angular project, right? And also we use that and to run the command ng-new webmaker and to create a webmaker project. And let's continue on that point. So I create my project in the webmaker folder. So I just open this folder and right click in this folder, open with code. Open this project with Visual Studio Code. Again, so we need to using the ng-serve to host our website on our localhost server, and it's going to be available for us to see how the page looks like on this computer. And later we're gonna send all the files to the online server, which is gonna host our website public for everyone. Right now we just make it available for ourselves, so we can develop on it. Just give it a second. Take some time to when the project is loading. Right, so once it's loading, you should be able to see the screen like that. I mean, like the welcome to app. Mine is still running, takes a few minutes. And our next step is going to start creating the Angular components. Like in the previous assignment, we already done like several static HTML pages, like the login, profile, website list, website edit, website new. We're going to transfer those HTML pages into the Angular components, or refactor them into Angular components. So like each component going to be a collection of files, including the HTML files, CSS files, and its own TypeScript files, which is enhanced version of the JavaScript. Right? It's made by Microsoft. So let's see if it's opened. Let me make sure it is done. Yeah. So it says compiled successfully. So we should be able to see our pages by visiting localhost 4200. That's a default place for the Angular project. I just have typo here. It will be localhost host 4200. Right, so this is my page right now. Welcome to WebMaker. And we're gonna start to create our first component, right? Let's say in the requirement. So to create the component, we're firstly going to go to the source app directory, create a components folder, right? So if you go to a WebMaker folder, you can either do it by using the command line, or just using use mouse to click the source folder, the app folder, and inside app folder, and we're going to create our components folder inside here. Right? Just right click, create a new folder here. Components. I'm gonna call it components, and all our components will be put in this folder. Right, so I created a components folder, and next step is we are going to again, like the assignment 1, we are going to have some small folders to separate our code, separate our files to make it more organized. So we're going to have one folder for the user, one folder for the website, one folder for the page, and last one is for the widget. Right, it's the same folders. It's what is required in assignment here, saying create folders for each of the main features of the application, and you can either use the command line above or create a folder by yourself in the Windows File Explorer. And now we are going to start generate component. Right? We're going to start generate components. As I said, each in our old HTML folder, like each file here is going to be a component. Each file, like so we're gonna have a so we have login file, so that means we have login components. Profile will be the profile components. A register going to be register components, right? Each file going to have a component. So let's start creating them. So how do we create components? It's just if you take a look of the requirement in the assignment requirement, there is a command like Angular CLI gives us. So if you just go to here, right click. Right now this is the components folder, right? I click the user folder. In the user folder right now, and I'm going to firstly create the login component here, which is going to manage everything about the login page, right? So like right click here, we're going to open Git bash here, right? I'm going to using the command line interface of the Angular to create one. So it's type ng, stands for Angular, C G, C. G stands for generate, C stands for component. So it's ng generate components and give a name login, right? It's ng gc login. That means ng Angular generate component login. All right, just hit enter. So what this command does is basically doing two things. First thing is it's going to create a folder here, and including 4 files, just like the regular ones we see: HTML file, a CSS file, a TS file, and a spec TS file. The spec TS file is for test. You can just ignore that. That's right. So let's take a look of how it looks like in our Visual Studio Code. Like in app, in the components folder, in the user, I just have a login components generated. So inside here, I have HTML file, which is only says login works, and I have the login TS file, which just still have like those few things, like it has selector generated called app login, and it has its HTML file linked, has its CSS file linked, and also it's create a class for it. All right, it's create a class for it. And CSS file is empty, and this file you can basically ignore it as for test. All right, we're just not gonna use that. Right. So that's it for creating the login component. Just create generate the 4 files here, and let's keep working on it. So what else we need? We need a register component, right? Just go back to the user folder, and we're gonna type gonna do it again. Ng-gc register. Generate a register component, right? It's basically going to create another folder for register. Well, if you don't create the component by ng-gc, you can still by just manually create them, create the files one by one by yourself and type the basic code inside it. And one more thing I forgot to mention, after each time after you create the component, it will automatically ending that component, import that component into your app module.ts. Remember that this is where everything is coming together. It's going to import every component you created. Right now, I have two. I have a login component and a register component. So it basically import the login component, import the register component, import both of them in this file. Import is just basically the way you're going to bring another JavaScript file into this one. Sometimes we don't want to put all the JavaScript code in one file. We're going to put them in a separate file and ask what to import another one. Right? In here, everything comes together. We'll import all the components, import all the modules, and the config, the configuration here, right? So after you create the login component and the register components, Angular is automatically adding these two components into this file, and also adding it in the declarations here, right? You don't have to worry about that. So we just add the login and the register. So let's keep adding. We're gonna add in profile. So we just generated the 3 files here: login, register, and the profile. And right, so that's that's 3 components for the user. That's right, previously in our HTML file, or the HTML file, we have the login HTML, profile HTML, register HTML. Right now, we just transfer them in. Just created 3 components for them. Later, we're going to transfer the code into it. All right. So for the website, we also need the 3 components. We need a website edit, website list, and a website new. All right. Let's go to the website folder. So here, this one is in the user folder. We're going to use cd data, and then cd the website folder. In the website folder, we're going to nggc website list component. Yeah, we'll create a component for the website list. And another one, website new. And we'll have the nggc website edit, right? 3 new components. And let's say every time when I create a component, it's going to recompile everything. Like say it's 0 compiling, and it's compiled successfully, right? Every time when you add something, it's going to automatically import those components into your app module TS, and also add them into the declaration here. And again, what it does is basically going to create folders for each one of the components, and also adding 4 files inside it. Right? That's basically 2 things. One thing is adding those 4 files. Another thing is adding import that into the app module TS. You can also do it manually, and you have to write those code and then import them by yourself. Right? It's the same thing. Just the Angular command line interface just gives us some convenient way to create those components, save us our time. Right? So we are done with a website component. Next, we are going to create a page component. So it's cd data to go outside of the website folder and then go to the page folder. So in the page folder, we are going to nggc page list, right? Page list component. That's going to be our page component. And then we are going to do the page new. So that it does few things. Create page new component HTML, create page new component spec TS, create page new component TS, create page new CSS, and update the app module TS. Right? So basically, create 4 files and update 1 file. And one more, page edit. So those are the components for the page. And let's go into do the one for the widget. Let's see, in my old HTML, I have widget chooser, widget heading, widget image, widget list, and widget YouTube. Let's go to the widget here. So yeah, we're going to cd data to the outside of cd data to the outside of the page folder, and cd into the widget folder. Alright. So in here, we're going to start generate the component, and the first component is going to be nggc widget list, right? I think it's called widget list, right? Let's make sure about that. Let's go to the old HTML widget. It's called widget list. Yeah, widget list. Let's generate the widget list component. And then we are going to generate the widget chooser. It's another component. Right. So right now we still have 3 components left. They are widget heading, widget chooser, and widget YouTube. And here, be careful. We are going to change our structure a little bit. Right. We're going to change our structure a little bit. Be careful about this point. Right. We are not going to just generate those 3 components directly. But we are going to generate a new one. We're going to generate a new component called widget edit. Right? We're going to generate one called widget edit. Be careful about that, right? We're going to generate one called widget edit, and by generating the widget edit component, remember it's going to generate a folder for it, and inside this folder we have 4 files. And we are actually want to put our widget heading, widget image, and widget YouTube component inside this widget edit folder. Right? It's not in the widget folder. It's going to be in the widget edit folder. So we are basically going to using the widget edit as a main edit, and those like edit heading image and YouTube, that is just going to sub component of this one, right? We're going to introduce how to do that in later, but right now just remember we're going to put our 3 components inside here, not in the widget folder. So we are going to cd into this widget edit folder and generate it right in here. NGGC going to be widget heading. Right, so the folder is going to be in here instead of outside. It's going to be in here. Right, the folder is right here, and we'll have widget image. Right, and then have the widget image heading and the widget YouTube. Those are the 3 components we have so far. All right. Sorry, I have typed it wrong. Widget YouTube, NGGC widget YouTube. So those are all the components we're gonna have so far for this project. And all right. So we just generated those components. And next step is going to be before we transfer our code from our old HTML file to those new components, I just want to set up the routing right now. Like so, you will be able to navigate around in the page. All right. So I think it is like going down to configure the Angular routing here. I want to do this one first. All right. We're gonna jump back to the refactory the files in a minute. But right now we're just going to do the configuration, the Angular routing. Actually, let's just follow the instruction. Let's do the transfer first. Transfer the old HTML files into the new one. All right. Let's do that first. That should be easier for you. So old HTML files. In the user, I have login HTML. Here is my code for my login HTML, right? Including the like my div, my form, my two inputs, and my 2 buttons. So what we're gonna need here is like instead, because we only have 1 HTML files, instead of like a lot of files, we just instead of a lot of pages, we're gonna have only 1 HTML pages, and all of the others is going to be the components. So we don't really need to state the doc types, the head, or the like an HTML tag. Those things, we don't need that. The only thing we need is the main content of this component. So just all we want to keep is the content in the body tag. All right, we just need the thing inside the body tag. Everything else is just we don't really need that. Let's copy that. Let's copy that or cut it. It doesn't really matter. So the only thing we need is the item inside the body tag. Inside here, we're just going to copy or cut it. And other things we actually don't need them. We're going to delete that later. All right. So I just copy from the login HTML, and we're going to put that into the app component HTML. Oh, sorry. I mean components, user, login component HTML. We're going to put it here, right? We're going to put that in the login component HTML. Remember, we don't need the HTML tag, we don't need the body tag, we don't need the head tag. All we need is the content in the body, right? So we are going to switch the content here. This is the content that we have in the login component HTML. Remember that, right? So that's a login component HTML. That's it. And let's go to the register profile HTML. We're going to also copy the things in the register HTML and bring that to the register HTML. We bring it here, right? It's the same stuff we have in the H1 assignment 1. So if your assignment 1 still have any error, please fix those errors first, all right? Please fix that error first, or it's not gonna work if anything is wrong. So right now we have the login HTML and the register HTML set up, and let's keep going. Let's go to the profile. Profile again, we're going to copy the code in the body. Right, so it's just don't copy the body tag. We don't need the body tag. We just need everything in the body. So let's go to the components, user, profile, the components HTML. Gonna put it here, right? Put it here. That's our profile, and keep going. We're going to go to the website, website list. Right, let's go to the website component and copy the code over. So that's a website list component. Let's create everything inside it. And the website list HTML, we're going to copy the things inside the body. Right, again, inside the body. Copy that over and close it. That's it. And then next one, we want to go to the website new. Do that. Website new. Copy the things inside the body. Inside the body. So here's the code inside the body. I'm going to copy that over to the website new component. Remember, only copy the things inside the body. Right, I'm repeating that. Right, let's go to the website edit. Doing the same thing. It's a lot, but it's just still things in the body. And copy that to the website edit. And we're done with the website pages. Next is page pages. Going to do the same thing. Page new, page list. Start from list. I usually start from list, so it's gonna allow me. It's just preventing me forget something. So doing the list first. Copy the code inside the list. And go to the page new component. Let's do the same inside it. Page new HTML. Copy the code inside here. Put them into the page new component. All right. So I have the page ready, and page edit. I think page edit is also ready. Yeah. Is page? I don't think page edit is ready yet. Yeah, it's empty. Let's copy the page edit code too. Page edit. Everything in the body. Let's copy that into the page edit. So it's just copy and paste. It's nothing really hard. Just copy and paste. Right. So widget, and have widget list. Copy the code into the widget list. HTML. Copy the code in the body. Copy. Oh, it's a lot, but it's still just a copy and paste. Right, just still copy and paste. Right. So and then just website widget chooser. Right, so let's do that. Widget chooser. We're going to copy the code here. Right, copy the code into widget chooser. And for the widget edit, you're gonna leave that empty right now, all right? Just don't need to touch the widget edit HTML. We don't have code for that yet. We're gonna put that later, all right? We're gonna put that in the future later. So again, we're gonna keep going. Widget heading. Copy the code over. Put that here. And we're going to copy the widget image. And the last one is widget YouTube. Let's copy the code inside here. Put that into the widget YouTube component. Right, so we're basically done the first step. Just transfer our old code into the different components. It should be very easy. Just copy and paste. And after we've done all of them, that means we don't really need our old code anymore. Right? We don't need our old code anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete this old HTML folder. Right? All the code here I don't need. Actually, wait for a second. The style CSS, I forget that. Let's copy the style CSS code, everything inside the style CSS, into our source and style CSS. Let's put that here, right? Let's put the styles here. Don't forget the style code. And now I can delete the old HTML code here. I don't need it anymore. Let's delete that. Right. So it's done the first step. Like we transfer our code into the current new component. We're not able to see that yet, but we're gonna see that in a second. And right now, what I want to do is, since I already changed a lot of the WebMaker, I want to commit my changes to the GitHub. So otherwise, I may worry about I may lose it. Suddenly, maybe a computer just die or something like that. Okay? So let's try to open a new go to the WebMaker folder, right? Go to the main folder, the outside folder of the. Let's just go to the WebMaker folder. The outside is the folder. So we're gonna git bash here. This outside folder, and what we're gonna do here is going to do git and dot adding everything to the GitHub. That's a lot. Right, and then git commit those changes. So it's a transfer HTML. Transfer project into Angular application, right, like that. Commit it. Remember, like I already have this folder linked with my GitHub, right? Like this is already linked with my WebMaker repository online, so I don't have to copy the 2 lines from GitHub. All I need to do is just git push everything I have in this folder into the GitHub. Right. So right now, if I go to my GitHub, I should be able to see all my files here. Let me make sure about they're all there. If I go in the GitHub and checking my repositories, in here I have WebMaker. Updated 3 minutes ago. You see, like everything is inside here. I have all these files, the source file, and all the components. They're all here. I just want to make sure I didn't lose them. Right. Let's keep clicking around. Like everything is inside here. Alright, so that's our first step to transfer your code into the HTML file, into the component. The instruction also going to guide you through doing that. But that's the first step after you create the project. And the second step is also the last step we're going to do today. It's configuring the Angular routing. It's also going to be the last step of today. Configuring the Angular routing. So in the previous assignment, we're using the way we're navigating from these files just by doing the href, right? A link and href, and when I click that button, click that link, it goes to another page. And right now we are going to using the Angular's routing system to allow us to switch around on the components. And we're not going to using the A tag. We're going to using we're still going to using the same tag, but we're not going to use href. We're going to use something called a router link to link them things together. It's going to be very simple, very similar to the old ways. So we're going to need to do a few things. Let me help you guide you to do those one by one. And the first thing is we're going to create an app routing TS file inside the app folder. And in there, we're going to configure the Angular application's routing and implementing the navigations described in this file. So like give them a different name, different paths, and yeah, let's just start doing that. You're going to see how it works. It's really easy. So go to the source file, app folder, and in here, we're going to create a new file called app.routing.ts. Right? TS file is just again, it refers to TypeScript, and it's advanced version. It's a enhanced version of JavaScript. Allows you to check in type, but you can just treat it as JavaScript. So in here, you can just copy the code I provided for you to import a few libraries and make it really work. So just copy that code I provided here. And the code here, basically, we are import the routes, the router module from the Angular routing, and then we import the some module with providers, different components, login components, register components, and the configuration the app routes. So in app routes here, we have a few things here. We're gonna change that a little bit. So here you see it's basically an array list. This array list is a list of objects. right? First item is object, second item is object, third item is object. This is a list of objects. And each object have two properties. It has a path. This is going to be telling the angular, it's going to this refers to the Euro path. We're gonna talk about it in a second. It refers to the Euro path, and when the Euro path equal to empty, just a local host, it's going to go to the home component. Actually, we don't have home components in this case. And when it's equal to login, we're going to login components. So it's going to register. We're going to go to the register components. We're gonna see how it works in a second. And what we're gonna do here is we are just going to temporarily delete one of them because we don't really have them yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this list here to make it, right? Make it when the path equals to that to the one on the left. Then we're going to have the one on the right. Have the components on the right. So what it means, see, when the path equals to empty or equals to login, we're going to go to the login component. So here, when the path equal to empty, we're going to go to the login component, right? We don't have a test, so just delete that. When the path equal to login, the component is equal to login component. When path equal to register, we're going to go to register component, and so on. When path equal to that, just copy that. When path equal to that, we're going to go to the profile component. And when path equals to this, we are going to go to the website list component, just match the left and the right. And the reason this is read online is because I didn't import my profile component and my website component yet. We're going to import them. So you can just two ways. One way is just you can type it by yourself, import profile component from where. And for example, I can just import Colibris profile component from, and it's going to be still related to the path. And right now I'm in the app folder, so we're going to the current folder and go to the components folder inside it. And the profile folder is in the user folder, so it's next going to the user and going to the profile and looking for profile.component. Right? This is how you're going to import it. See the red line disappear. And another way is easier. You just see there's a yellow bomb here, this icon here. When you click that, they have this usually give you some hint. It's asking you, do you want to import the web list component from this place? You just click that. It's going to import it for you. All right, this is a function from the Visual Studio Code, but basically it's the same as you just write it by yourself. It just give you some convenience. You can just import for you. All right. So we just import another component in here, and they just don't have any errors anymore. And let's just keep making all of them, right? Let's just don't be lazy. Let's just copy make all of them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have another object has path. Path is equals to this one, and then component will equals to website. New component, and it's going to import it. Have table here, component. It's going to import it for me when I using enter to hit it, and keep entering. We're going to have the path for next one is website edit. Just gotta copy that, and component website edit. Right, this one. And then next one, path. I think this one, next one is for the page list. Let's copy that. Still I copy and paste. There's nothing really hard. Website. This is not. This is page list. You're gonna follow this pattern and doing all of them. Right now, I'm just stopping it right now, and I will adding more of it. Let's just go to the next step firstly. So after you adding all of them, and the next stuff is we are going to import app routing TS file into the app module TS. Remember, the app module TS is a place like where everything meeting together, and we're going to import everything here and connect them together in the app module TS. So import app module TS file in the app module files. Like I already have a template for you here. You just need to import the routing from the app routing, and then import that routing put that routing in the imports array, right? So let's do it. What we're gonna do is we are going to go to the app module.ts, and in here we are going to import the routing. Let's put it here. We're going to import routing from /app routing. We're going to import the routing from it. Okay, don't forget to capitalize it. It refers to the class name. It refers to this, the routes or routing. I think it's routing. Yeah, a routing from app routing, app.routes. No, I imported the wrong one. Just copy this one. I think it's just copy this one. Yeah, copy that one. Import routing from app routes. I think I've imported one. Right. This is a routing system for the Angular. This is not the routing file. Sorry about that. This is actually this is a routing file. Yeah, this is just routing file. Yeah, what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put that into the imports array. Right. Put that into the imports array here. Yeah. So it should be looks like that, right? Put that into the imports array. We're gonna have the browser module and the routing module here. All right, that's the second step. The third step, we are going to delete all the content in the app component HTML. So in the app component HTML, I used to have a welcome title here. Like right now, I'm going to delete it, and instead I'm going to put the routing outlet tag inside it. I'm going to put a router outlet tag inside here. This is third step, and the one last thing is to it actually works right now. And but before doing the first step, let's check it. So right now, this is my login page. It is look like that because I don't really have the Bootstrap installed yet. But this is my login page. You see, like it's the same as my old one. See, like when I have localhost, it is showing my login page. And if I change this URL path by adding /register and going to my register page, it's still like doing the same thing, but instead of showing using the like a navigate from the page, we're going to navigate through the like from one component to another component. Remember, we still have the one for the profile, right? The profile one, the path is equals to let's take a look up here. The path for the profile is equal to user dot slash and then the UID. So it's going to be /user /:UID. So it's for the profile, and it's not showing the styles like because I don't have the Bootstrap there already. We're gonna add that in a second. So you're interested in why there is some like the routing path for the profile and the following things are a little bit different. Like it's really long and have the colon inside it. So the colon here means that it is not just a plain string. It is a placeholder. So what do we want the placeholder here? By placeholder, what I mean here is like you can see /user /UID to go to here. You can also see /user /123 or no matter whatever you put here, it's going to treat that as a user ID. So by doing that, we basically give the users give the users like a way to go to different user profile. It's not like a login page. Like everyone's login page is the same, but everyone's profile is different. So how can I use one profile to display everyone's profile? Like in the Alice profile, the Alice username might be Alice, and in the Bob's profile, Bob's username may be Bob. And the way we distinguish a different profile is by passing the different user ID here. We're going to give it later, right? So this is why when we declare the path, instead of just saying user and we're going to say user slash and the UID here. This UID means the user's ID, right? It's with a colon, and then the Angular knows this is a placeholder, and then we're going to transfer that. No matter what you put after that slash, it's either 123, either 1234, it's either 456. It's just different IDs, and we're gonna all think that's a different user ID here, UID. All right, and I also mentioned that in the assignment here. So where UID, WID, PID, and WGID are path parameters encoding the ID of particular users, website, pages, or widgets. We were working on that later, all right? We're gonna working on that later. So, all right. So right now I have on my pages and its paths. Like again, we can also check more of them. I also have the website list, right? Let's copy the website list. Your path, see if they can go to the website list. Like can say localhost / user UID website. Basically, it's a website page with website pages, right, like that, right? So it's not showing the style. It's because I don't have my Bootstrap ready. Let's import our Bootstrap here. Again, let's go to the Bootstrap and get started. Copy this line of code, and where are we going to put it there? We're not going to put Bootstrap on every component. Remember, like all the components are just on one page. So if we just put the Bootstrap on the main page, that means every page has that Bootstrap right now, right? So we're not going to put that on every component. All we need to do is put that into our main page, which is index.html. All right, so which is index.html. It is right here, index.html. In the head, again, it's still in the head. We're going to put it in here. We're going to put that in here. And after I come back, you see it's automatically reload my page, and everything is working. You see, this is my website. I don't have the Found Awesome, so this icon is not displaying. It's including the Found Awesome too. So we're gonna go to the Found Awesome. And go to the Found Awesome. Get started for the web. Now this is downloading. How to use? I think it's somewhere here. Yeah, this one. Let's copy that. Let's copy that and put that also in our head of the index.html, right? So I have my Bootstrap and Found Awesome ready. Let's add in some comments in case I forget it. This is Bootstrap 4. And also we have the Found Awesome. Found Awesome. Right. That's two things: Found Awesome and Bootstrap. And let's go back to our page. It should be changing it to the original version. It's exactly the same as assignment 1 right now, right? Like a website. Let's go take a look at the login. So it's going to be localhost/login. Yeah, it's a login file. See, it's the same as the old one. And the register. Right. It's still working the same, but maybe those buttons are not working anymore. Because this button is not working anymore. Because we changed it. Like it was trying to navigate to another page, but right now everything is on one page, so it's not going to work. So we're using another way to navigate around. All right. So we use another way to navigate around. So the way we make it working is as a requirement says, you are going to the last step is going to refactor all hyperlinks in the HTML file of the component to use a router link, right? To direct instead of referring to actual files, we are going to using a router link to link this thing to another component instead of another file. All right. So that's going to require us to go to the files one by one. Let's start from the login file. Let's close those currently open the files here. All right, let's start from the login file. Login component HTML. So in here, I have two buttons, two links. One is linked to the profile HTML. Another one is linked to the register HTML. We're going to change that a little bit. we're going to change the href here. It says href to profile.html. We're not going to use that. Instead of href, we're going to say router link. Right? It's changed the href into router link. And also, because it's not going to another file, so we're not going to put a file here. We are going to put the URL path of it. So it's basically going to go to the user/UID here. Let's go to another. It's not going to another path, the path for the profile. Remember that? Like in the app routing tiers, we declared if we want to go to the profile component, you just need to go to the path URL/UID here. It's the same thing for the register. We're going to go to the router link, and instead of register HTML, we're going to go to register. Right? Let's try it. Let's try to click login here. Let's say I'm in the profile right now. It's really fast. They say the page is not really loading. There's no loading icon here. Let's say it's not loading really fast. When I click register, it just instantly goes there, and there's no any loading because we're not reloading the page. We just switch the component. All right, we just switch the component. Register, login, and the login are linked with register and profile right now. And next step is going to do the same thing for all the files. We just did the one for the login, and we're going to open the register to do the same thing. So in here, register we also have two links here, and this one is going to go to the profile, so it's going to be router link, and it's going to be user/UID, and this is the same thing, going to router link. That's capital L, router link. And this is go to the login, so it's basically going to go not slash, just login, right? Just a different path. Whatever path you state in the app routing tiers, what the path should be also the same in the router link here, right? So the register file should be ready. Let's take a look at that. So right now, if I go to a register file, I should be able to hit cancel to go back to login. Oops, it's not working. Did I save the file? Yeah, let's try it again. When I hit cancel, it's not working. F12, what's wrong with it? Oops, seems like I have error here. What? Did I need maybe I need slash here? Let me try it. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever path you put in the app routing, you're gonna add a slash in front of this error path, right? You're gonna need a slash in front of everything. Going to be like if it was a register, you're gonna have say in the routing, you're gonna say slash register, and if that was a user UID, you're gonna say slash user slash colon UID. You're gonna put the slash in front of every one of it, right? It's gonna going to working this way, right? So login, register, go to register page, cancel, go back to login. Register, and click the register button here, go to profile, and in the profile we also have like a few buttons you need to change, like this profile, like this check, sorry, it was just broken by clicking this one. I'm going to changing this one, changing this one. There's 2 buttons, and there's one button in the footer. All right, those are 3 buttons. All right, so let's changing them. So we are going to go to the profile HTML, and in here for the href, we're going to change that to a router link again. And this one is go to the profile one, so it's going to be slash user slash column UID. And this one is going to go to do nothing. So when it is do nothing, you can just still go to the same page, router link, and go to the same page, like a user slash UID. It's just, when you do nothing, basically just a current page, right? So both of them are just going to the same page, and keep going down here. There's another link. There's another link. This link is trying to go to the website page, so we're going to change that to the website page. Router link, and the website page. Now website list page routing is in here. So website list is this one. Copy that, and we're going to put that in here. Gonna delete the old one, put it in here. Excuse me. And don't forget to put a slash in front of it. At the beginning, you're gonna have a slash and then have the path. And this one is going to the login HTML. It's gonna change that to the router link, and it's going to go to the slash login. Right. And the same thing. There is a user icon here. It's going to go to the same page. So it's going to be router link. Go to user page. So it's going to be slash user slash column UID. Right. It's the same thing. So that's it for all the user pages. It's really easy. Just change one stuff, change the href into router link, and put the correct path inside it. And let's test it. So that's my profile page. When I click the logout, it's come back. Login, log in, log out, register, cancel, login, and the websites. Yeah, it all works. All the buttons are working here. Right? All the buttons are working. Like this two just doing nothing. They just connect to the current page, so it's not gonna switch the components. You're doing the nothing. And next step is going to start from the website pages, right? So for the website pages, and before we continue, we're going to finish the routes here. We have the login, register, website pages, and the page pages are not ready, so we're gonna keep ending. We're gonna have the path for the we already have the page list, so we're gonna have the page add. Page new. Path for the page new is right here. We're gonna copy that, put that in here, and as component is page new, right? Next one, path, and we're gonna have the page edit. Copy that for the page edit path component, page edit component. Why there's no? Oh, I forget the column. This is why it's not giving me some hint. Page edit. I just click that. It's gonna import it automatically for me. I don't have to import by myself. And the next one, we have the path. So let's change this one a little bit so that's not confusing you. So this one should be a login component. Don't have tests. That should be looks like that, right? And the page edit is done. And what next we have? Next is a widget list. We're gonna have a widget list. Widget list. Component, widget, list, right? And two more. We have the widget chooser. So this is a path for the widget chooser. Let's copy that. Path, copy, paste it here, and component, widget chooser, right? And one last one, path. This is a widget edit. Copy that. And the component. And it's a widget edit component. Alright. So we don't have to create the ones for widget heading, widget image, and the widget YouTube. The reason is we're going to using the widget edit as a main route for that, and we're going to switch around depends on the widget type. We're going to talk that later. Right now, just put a widget edit here is enough. All right. So it's all the passes are here, and we don't need this to touch it anymore. So next, we're going to keep working on change the href into a router link again. So website list. In here, we have a lot of links here. Let's start from the first one. This one is a back button. It's going back to the profile HTML. We're going to change that. So first, we change that to router link. And this one is going to the profile, so it's going to be, you can use this table here as a reference. I can remember that, so just going to type /user /UID. And this one is going to the current page, so It's still just a router link, and the current page is website list. So it's this one. Just copy that, put it here, right? And don't forget put a slash before it. And we'll have a plus here. The plus is go to the website new. So router link. So this is today's job. After you finish the router links here, you're done with today's job, right? Slash user. Actually, I forget it. Just copy that here. Right. This is what I need. Just paste it here. User UID website new. And the next one is those ones are all website edit. Those four, right? Those just go into the website edit to go to the edit the page. So we are going to go to the router link. Router link. Just put 4 links here and change those 4 into the website edit. Website edit is this one here. Gonna change that here. Website edit. Website edit. It's even a pass for the website edit. And last one is for the profile. There's a user icon in the footer. So this one is going to go to the /user /UID. I do forget the slash. I always forget the slash in front of it, before it. So adding a slash here. I always forget it. All right. So let's try it again. Everything in here should be working right now. If anything is not working, we're gonna fix it. So right now, let's try to test the left. Go to the profile. Good. Website. Going in. Plus go to the website new. Yeah, it is. And this thing is go to website edit. Oops, it's not working. That means that's not correct. We're gonna change that. Oh, those 3. I forget to change this for. Should go to the page list. And this icon, I do change that one. Those go to the website list, website edit. Those go to the website edit, and this button here also go to the profile. Right? I forget to change this one to the page list. Let's go change that. Yeah, in here, let's see that I have double links here. Those links should go to the page list. So let's change that. So here should be router link, router link, router link, and the router link. And let's go looking for the path for the router link, for page list. Page list is this one here. Let's copy that. I'm going to put that inside here to replace the old HTML file, and don't forget the slash. I always forget that. Slash and with that. Alright, you're going to check every link works. If any link didn't work, and you're going to lose points for that. Alright, it's very important. Everything should work. Alright, it should go to the correct page. Yeah, it just will work. Go to the page list. Alright. And then we're going to working on the same thing for the website new and the website edit. It's just working on them one by one. I'm just going to put that on the left. It's faster for me to working on that. So let's go to the website list. So just change that to router link. Website list is this one. Just delete that and ending a slash before it. This is go to the current page. So current page is website new. So let's put the website new links here. w/website new. And this is another website new. So it's going to be same /website new, and it's going to be router link. And this one is website list. So it's going to be router link. And the website list, I just have it here. Just copy that here. This is website list. And another one here. This is for the. But this is still for the website new. So this copy that. This is for website new. Let's copy the hosting here, and just replace href here. All right. So again, this is for the website list. Let's copy the one for the website list and replace the old one. Keep going. It's for the page list. Let's copy the one for the page list. It's easier to see which page it is for. It already have the name inside here. It's page list, so we're just going to change it. So it's going to be router link is equals to the page list. And don't forget the slash here. We're going to copy that. I know we have 4 more here. So this one here, this one here, and I have it again, page list, another one for the page list. And I also have 4 widget edit, website edit. We're going to copy it 4 times. So it's going to be a website edit. Let's click that. Router link. Website edit. Let's copy the one for the website edit. And slash website edit. Alright. That is for website edit. Let's copy, paste, copy, paste. Kind of a little bit boring, but once you set it up, you don't have to change it anymore, right? It's just going to be really easy, copy and paste stuff. And here I have a form. Here I have 2 buttons. Both of them go to the website list. So I have the website list link right here. Let's copy that. We're gonna replace this too. Website list. Website list. Right. So the href here. Profile HTML, let's go to the profile. So it's going to be router link going to /user /UID. All right. So let's try if that everything is working in the website list right now. So right, so this is the website list. I click that. Go to the pages. Actually, I was working on the page new. Sorry, which website new? So website new. I was testing. I was working on this page. So all the buttons in here are working, and they just link to the current page. And when I click OK here, go back to the website list. And when I click this one, go to the page list. Correct. When I click that one, go to the page edit, which website edit is working. And when I click cancel, go back to the website list. And when I click submit, go back to website list. This one is go back to the profile. Yeah, everything is working. Make sure you test everything. All right, everything should be working here. I'm going to test each button here to make sure everything is working. And then we'll go to the website edit. Just working on them one by one. Whew, it's a lot of work. So we have a here, change the href into router link. And this again is going to go to the website list. Let's copy the path for the website list. That's the website list. And don't forget the slash. This is the current page. Router link. Website edit. And I have this one for website new, so it's going to be copy that one. And the website new is going to be website new, right? Now another website list. Let's copy the website list, replace it here. Now the href here. Let's go again website list. Keep going. Here is four links for the website page list. It's going to do the same thing. Page list, router link, page list is this one. Change that and copy that. Replace the following links here, here, and here. And I have a website. I have the website list, website edit, a few more times. So we're gonna using a website edit again. Website edit. Where are you? This is the website edit. I can remember that. If you cannot remember, just gonna check in the table. We have it in the requirement. Also in your app routing file, you have it. Just use that as a reference. So this is going to be router link with that. Router link with that. And then we have two buttons for the website list. Let's copy the path for the website list. Website list. This one is for the website list. Go back to the links here. href. Gonna change that. And one last href. It's going to be router link. Go to the profile. Okay. So website page should be ready. Let's take a look. Website edit. This button works. Works. This one is also working. Oh, this one edit the website is not working. It's never getting me back to my user profile. My login page. I should focus on that. This one is also not working. Huh? I'm missing two of them. This one is working. This one is working. All right. I missed two of them. So in here I have a plus button missing and edit the website missing. Let's take a look. Plus router link. Oh, actually it's missing a slash here. This one also missing a slash. And here I'm missing one. There's a href here. It should be router link. This one is which one is this one? Oh, it's edit the website, so it's going to be a current page. Current page. So it's going to be slash with current pages URL path. Oops, I copied it wrong. Should be just like that. All right. Okay, and that's it for this page. And let me commit my changes. I don't want to lose it. So let's open a new terminal here. Let's say git add dot commit routing and user website router link. I just don't want to lose my changes. Right, and keep working. Pages also have a few pages here. We're going to change the router links inside it. So this one is go to the website list. We're going to have the one to the router link. Website list. Right, and one for the page list. Page new, just keep copy and paste. Just make sure you don't copy the wrong path. If you copy the wrong path, when you test the code, you should be able to figure it out. Say like it's not going to the page you expect it to go, so then just change it back to something else. Here, this field one should go to the widget list. So let's grab the widget list. So widget list. I'm gonna copy this one. Replace that one. Replace this one. And those ones should be page edit. So page edit. First change that to router link. Page edit is somewhere right here. Right. Paste it here. I did it wrong. So what I was trying to do is just making one and copy the. Oh, did I just change it the wrong place? Oh, this is class. Sorry, it should be changed the router link. Somehow I changed the class and forget the slash and copy the router link and paste this one. Replace that one, replace this one, and replace this one. All right. One last button. That's kind of a lot of work here. So this is our router link. And this is for the profile. I can remember the profile one is user/colon UID. Alright, so time to test. To test everything is working, go to the page list. And going back, going in, and edit. Go into the widget list. Go back to the profile. Yeah, everything is working. I cannot see any errors here. So that means page list is ready. Let's commit it again. And dot, oops, I have typo here. It should be git add dot, git commit, page list, router link. Keep working. And page new is the next one. I don't have much links here, but it's still, well, we can change them one by one. So this one is to the page list. So it's going to be router link. Go to the page list. And copy that. Oops, there's extra space. Copy that. This is also for the page list. And I have two page lists more here. Let's copy and paste that. And this one is page new. Page new is copy the path for the page new and replace this one. Don't forget slash. I'm forgetting them again. Slash. All right. Page new. All right. I think router link. And here's one last one. This is a profile. It's always going to be the profile in the footer. Router link. It's going to be /user/UID. Try it out. Cancel. Go back. Submit. It all works. Profile. Yeah, everything is working. And next we're going to working on the page edit. So let's commit my changes here. Page new, router link, and then go to the page edit. It's similar like the page new. Let me just try to copy some of it from the page new. Like this one go to the page list, so it's the same thing. This one is go to page list. Just copy that. And this one is also go to the page edit. And this one should go to the page edit. So it's going to be router link. Link for the widget edit, page edit. Copy that, put that inside, and don't forget the slash. If you forget it, it's just not gonna work. Two more for the page list. Let's copy that. And one more for the profile, always. It should be /user/UID. Test it out. So it works. It works. Yeah, everything is working. And now we can go to working on the widgets. Almost done. All right, almost done. So let's try to git commit my changes. Git add dot. Git commit. Page router links. Let's go to the widget. Almost done. So again, it's going to be router link. Let's go to page list. So page list is this one here. And this is a widget list. Widget list is right here. Go to a widget list. And the next one will be widget chooser. All right, so this one is widget heading. So for the path, go to the widget heading, widget image, and the widget YouTube. We are going to using the widget edit here, right? Just using the widget, the path for the widget heading temporarily right now, right? In the future, we're going to change that. Right now, just using route link, and for the widget edit component, we have a path for that in the list. That's widget heading. We're going to using, oh, I forget the slash again. Slash, slash, slash. So this one is going to using the widget edit, and this one is again. I'm trying to do it very quick, so you have time to working on your own. And yeah, so there are a few ones are doing the FA bars like there's a. Remember, like those bars here. You can just basically ignore them right now, right? We are going to working on that later, and for now you can just put them to link to the current page, right? For now, just using router link to link to the current page. So it's current page is the website. This is a widget list. Just using a widget list for now, and we're going to change that in the future. For now, just using the widget list component. So it's going to be slash widget list, and it's going to be router link. All right, remember that. Keep going. So going to copy that router link again for this one. Copy that router link again for the icon. That was very stupid. I can just, because all the icons are the same, I can just copy this icon and just replace it. Replace the whole icon, right? It's the same thing. Well, again, this is another icon. Just replace the whole thing. The same icon. The other icons. All right. So that's all the icons, and the last one is always going to be the profile. So it's going to be router link and slash user slash colon UID. Right, that's it for the widget list. Let's test it for a second. So this one, go to the widget edit. Yeah. So widget edit is always going to show widget edit works. Don't worry about that. We're gonna fix that later. All right. Just right now, just showing the widget edit fix works. And here, let's go to widget chooser. It works. And let's go back to the pages. It works. And this one, go back to the profile. It works. And those bars are not doing anything. They're just doing nothing here, right? That's it for the widget list. And 2 more pages, only 2 more left. So git add dot, git commit, widget list route links. All right. So only 2 more left. Next one is widget chooser. All right. So in here we have the widget list. Let's just do it manually. So this is a router link, and the widget list is let me copy the path, put it here. This is for the widget list, and this is for the widget chooser router link. And don't forget the slash here. I forget it again. Slash widget chooser. And this is for the widget chooser. So all these ones, link all of them to the widget edit. All right, link all of them to the widget edit. So it's going to be router link, widget edit. Let's copy that. Link all of them to the widget list edit. All right, link all of them to the widget edit. Okay, copy that. Paste it here. Paste it here. They can be same line. All right, mine is in the same line is just because my screen is not big enough. You can just put them in the same line. It's the same stuff. Yeah, here one more. Right, it can be in the same line. Mine just because of the screen is not wide enough. All right. Last one is going to be the router link profile. So it's going to be /user/UID. Calling UID, and this is for the widget chooser. So it's for this page. Oh, I forget ending slash again, so this is not working. And go back, it's working. And this one is working, profile is working. All right, for the middle ones, those ones, I think I forget the slash again, otherwise it should work. Yep, // oh, I put it wrong place. / router link / oops / all right, it should work. Now I click it. It's loading. Let's go to the widget edit. Let's go to the widget edit. All right. Let's go to the widget edit. Nice. All right. So that's it for the widget chooser. I think that's it. The widget edit is still empty right now. We don't have anything in there yet. Widget edit. Yeah, it's widget edit. Where is my widget? This widget heading. Widget edit is right here. It's empty right now. We don't have to do anything here. Just keep the widget edit works here. We're gonna replace that later. And the next one is widget heading. Yeah, we do have a couple links here. I'm going to using the widget chooser as an example here, so I can use that to modify it. So widget chooser, this is for the go to the widget list. I'm gonna copy that, paste that here, and this is going to the widget edit. I also have a link here. Just copy and paste. I'm just trying to do it faster, and you're going to be able to see that in the video. No problem with it. So this one is goes to the website list, widget list. Widget list is this one. Is widget list. Let's copy that, put that into here, widget list. And the last one is again it's a profile. And router link /user/UID. Right. Okay, and we have the widget image. Just gonna copy from the widget heading. So the navbar is the same. Just copy the whole navbar and replace the old one. And widget list button is here. Gonna copy the router link, put it in here. And also we have the same router link for the user button. Both of them go to the profile. And one last one, widget. Not widget YouTube. So again, it's copied from the old ones. We have the navbar. Replace the old one. Basically change the router link. And here is a widget list. Copy that. It's a widget list. And the last one is a profile. So it's router link. Connect to the profile. Alright, I think everything is done. Let's try to test it. Right, so I'm not able to go to those pages, so I'm not able to test it right now. But yeah, just after you change everything, you don't have to test them right now. We're gonna test it tomorrow. Yeah, so everything is changed to router link instead of href. It should be fine. Shouldn't say any href in your application, right? Everything should be router link. No any href. And I'm uploading the code to the GitHub right now. Everything is done. Git add dot git commit m widgets router links, right? And let's do a git push it to the GitHub. All right, that's it for this for today's work. And I'm going to upload my video to the